Radical. Radical. Radical.
Thank you, SirBot42. I found this kind of interesting. SirBot42 stopped by and left me a link to a video from Narel? Not sure exactly how you pronounce that. And this video was called Emulation, the Law, and You, Where the Hobby Ends and Crime Begins. I haven't seen the whole upload, but I went ahead to the 10-minute mark, which he has this hilarious thing where he splices in Chevy Chase from the National Lampoon's Vacation, you know, those old 80s movies. And he's like, hey kids, let's get in the car. Let's go down and play Mother 3. Okay, let's go down and play Mother 3, I think was the game he mentioned. And there's like, yay! And then they get there, and the realization is that they're not going to get there and play the games. Like, hey, kids, let's come here and look at some games on display. I just want to roll over in the street and die. Like, really, the idea of a game museum, how it is in Texas, the National Video Game Museum, the idea of it, I think of it like that. Especially, what are you going to be a family and you're going to take your kids to see some of these old games that maybe you can't get your hands on? You can't get your hands on them because they're thousands of dollars right now. Maybe you got kids and you want to share, you know, your old retro gaming days with the new generation, right? Or maybe you don't use emulators. Okay, let's say you're a purist. You can't even buy a lot of these things for reasonable prices. You can't even buy a lot of these games now for reasonable prices. So the idea is you're going to hop in there and drive down there to Texas to just look at some boxes. The idea of a real game museum? Like, wouldn't it be where you could go somewhere and you could literally have access and play just about any game you ever wanted in your heart's content? But that is just not the reality of the game museum. Now, how could I mention game museums without talking about our dear friend John Hancock? The idea is game preservation. How did he put it? Preservation is meaningless without access. Okay, you're going to preserve the games. Let's say John Hancock is going to take all these things and when he has a museum, he's going to preserve all these games. Okay, what is that without access? People are giving this man money still for the dream of a game museum, but what is it really? I mean, he needs to have an update pretty soon, by the way, to kind of answer a lot of questions about this, because you need to highlight, if he has a dream and a goal, hey, God bless him. If he has a goal where you could go to the John Hancock Museum and play just about every single one of his games, that's not going to be the reality. Not going to be the reality. There's really not much to see there if you're looking at a freaking piece of plastic and cardboard. Oh, did this one have some more inserts? It's just silly. It's very, very silly. The idea of a game museum is very silly. I just had to let you know in 2020, that ain't changed from 2019. I still think the idea is incredibly silly. And I think it's even sillier to have YouTubers out here claiming my game museum is going to be for preservation and preservation. Hey, yeah, what about access? My games? You're not going to be able to touch my games with your grubby hands. Your grubby hands. Gribby, what is that? I just make a new word. Your grubby hands. You're not touching my games. This is my Battlesphere. I was donated it. I didn't buy it, but it's mine. It's my copy of Battlesphere. You stay away. You heathens, you filth, get away from my games. But make sure to come and look at them because I'm preserving them. But don't touch them. Don't touch them with your Cheeto dust hands.